friends, so now we are going to do our next part, which is called material costing part 2. And in this part what I'm going to cover is I'm going to cover a question in which the periods are there. In other words, the question is divided into two periods. So what you need to remember is there is a profit volume ratio, which is nothing but a change in profit divided by the change in sales, and this you have to multiply by 100. So this is the profit volume ratio, which is something new which you are going to study right now. I'll give an example. Maybe this is a period 1, which may be consisting of 9 months, and this is period 2, which would be consisting of say 3 months. Now selling price per unit, I'm taking it as 50, and maybe here you have sold 100 units into 50, and maybe here you have sold 50 units into 50. So you can see that this is 5,000 and this is 500. Then I will take it the variable cost per unit maybe as 35. So 100 units I have sold and for 35, so this is 3,500, and here I have sold 50 units for 35, so 50 into 35 is going to give me 1750. And finally I have a contribution. So 5,000 minus 3,500 is going to give me 1,500, and 2,500 minus 1750 is going to give me 750. Let me assume the fixed cost to be 500. So I'm assuming the fixed cost to be 500. So the profit which I'm going to get right now is 1,000 for period 1 and 250 for period 2. Now friends, pay attention to what I mean to say right now is I'm going to calculate the profit volume ratio, which is nothing but contribution divided by the sales. So 1,500 if I divide by 5,000 and then I multiply by 100. So I'm going to get the contribution 1,500 divided by 5,000 percentage. So this is the 30% which I'm going to get the profit volume ratio. And here also contribution I will divide by sales. So 750 I'm going to divide by 2,500 into 100. So 750 divided by 2,500 into 100, I'm going to get 30%. Now friends, pay attention to what I mean to say right now. This is what is given to you. Suppose I want the data to be missing. So what I can do is, see, I'm going to escape all these things. So all these things are not there, and this entire thing is also not there. Now friends, you have something like this. So you have sales, you have profit, and now try to fit this formula in. The profit volume ratio is change in profit divided by change in sales into 100. So the profit volume ratio will be change in profit divided by change in sales, and this I have to multiply by 100. So the change in profit is from 1000, it is 250. So the change in profit is 1000 minus 250, that is 750. And the change in sales is 5000 to 500. So there is a drop in sales by 2500 into 100. So 750 divided by 2500 percentage is 30%, my friends. You have done this when the entire data was there. We got the profit volume ratio 30%, and now also you see we are getting the profit volume ratio as 30%. It means that this formula is working when two periods are given to you. So this is what I wanted to teach right now. So I'm in the position to go to the sum. So we are going to the sum right now. The Revati Electronics Company furnishes you the following income statement of the year 2015. In the first half and the second half, the sales are 4,07,000, 5,15,000. The profit is 11,000 and 32,600. From the above table, you are required to compute the following, assuming that the fixed cost remains the same in both the periods. Yes, the fixed cost is going to remain same in both the periods, and this is the property of fixed cost. So no need to mention this line. PV ratio, we have to find fixed cost, we have to find break-even point, we have to find variable cost for both the periods, and amount of sales required to earn a profit of 54,000. Okay, so I'm going to the sum. So I'm going to take a new page. So now we are starting with the sum. So we have two periods. One is the first half and the second is the second half. So the first half period, and then we have the second half period, and sales is 4,07,000 and 5,15,000. Okay, so sales is 4,07,000 and 5,15,000. Then they have given us, I think, the profit, and the profit is 11,000 and 32,600. So 11,000 and 32,600. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate the profit volume ratio, and it is nothing but change in the profit divide by the change in the sales, and then you need to multiply by 100. So the profit has changed from 11,000 to 32,600. The profit has risen, and the rise in the profit is 21,600. The sales have also risen from 4,07,000, it is 5,15,000. So the rise in sales is 5,15,000 minus 4,07,000. So the rise in sales is 1,08,000, and this I will multiply by 100. 21,600 divided by 1,08,000 is going to give me a profit volume ratio of 20%. Now I am in the position to fill the table. So I'll fill the table. This is the first half, and then this is the second half. Then we have our table as sales minus variable cost will give you contribution, minus the fixed cost is going to give you profit, and they have given us the sales as 4,07,000 and 5,15,000. So 4,07,000 and 5,15,000. They have also given us the profit, and the profit is 11,000 and 32,600. So yes, 11,000 and 32,600 is the profit. And friends, now we have one more thing. we know that 20% is the profit volume ratio. That means on 100 rupees of sales, you earn 20 rupees as contribution. So I can find this, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to cross multiply. So I'm doing here 20, I will multiply by 4,07,000 and then I will divide by 100. So 20 into 4,07,000 divide by 100 is going to give me this part. So 20 into 4,07,000 divided by 100 is 81,400. So this is 81,400, and from this I will subtract, from the sales I am going to subtract contributions. I'm going to get the variable cost. So 4,07,000 minus 81,400, so 325,600 is my variable cost, and 81,400 I will subtract 11,000, so I'm getting 7,400 as my fixed cost. Similar working we are going to do over here. So I'm rubbing this part. So again 20 I will multiply by 5,15,000 and I will divide by 100. So 20 into 5,15,000 divide by 100 will give me contribution. So 20 into 5,15,000 divide by 100 is going to give me 1,03,000. So 1,03,000 will be my contribution. From 5,15,000 I'm going to subtract 1,03,000, so this is going to give me variable cost. So 5,15,000 minus 1,03,000 is giving me 4,12,000. 1,03,000 minus 32,600 will give me fixed cost, which is 7,400. So now I'm reading further. The profit volume ratio is calculated. We know the fixed cost, we know the variable cost for both the periods. Now I need to find the break-even point. Okay, so I'm moving forward to find the break-even point, and this you can find only in rupees since the cost per unit is not given to us. So break-even point in rupees is nothing but fixed cost divided by the profit volume ratio in percentage. So the fixed cost, you can see it's 7,400, and the profit volume ratio we have calculated, it is 20%. So this I will divide by 20%. So 7,400 divided by 20% is 3,52,000 rupees, and this is my break-even point. Then the amount of sales required to earn a profit of 54,000. Okay, if I want to earn a profit of 54,000, then how much would be my sales? This is what the question is asking, and this is the E part. So what we have to assume is that the profit volume ratio will be the same. This is a crucial part which I've explained in the first lecture. So 20% will be the same. So I can make a format: sales minus variable cost will give me contribution, minus fixed cost will give me the profit, and the profit they have given us, it is 54,000, and we are aware of the fixed costs. The fixed cost is 7,400. So here I'm going to write 7,400. And since we are doing a backward calculation, so the effect will be opposite. 54,000 plus 7,400 will give me 124,400. So this is my contribution. So I'm moving further. The profit volume ratio is nothing but contribution. You have to divide by sales and then you have to multiply by 100. It is 20. Contribution, I'm aware, it's 124,400. Sales, I don't know, into 100. Sales will go here, this will come here, so sales is nothing but 124,400 divide by 20 into 100. So 124,400 into 100 divided by 20 is 6,22,000. So this is the sales which they are asking us. I think I have solved the entire sum. In the later lectures, I'm going to take few difficult sums. Thank you.